Hello, beautiful collective. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're returning, welcome back. Oh no, I kind of feel like I have to say that. I mean, no, I'm like grateful and all, but I don't know. I need to hear some of the girls with or some of the other creators with their like tagline. So I don't know. I kind of feel like I have to create one too. Not there yet. I don't know. I'll wait till it comes to me. But yeah, I have a topic in mind, only because I feel like I'm working through it, so I don't know. Oh, Jesus. I'm working through it, so I don't know if anybody else is working through the same. I don't want to say it's an issue. I just and it's not like, conscious of, or what is it? Is it crisis of consciousness? Like, it's not that. Like, it's not, but it's just something that, like, it's not sitting right. And I'm trying to explain why it's not sitting right. Like I'm trying to convince myself that it's not as big of a problem and that I'm okay to go with what I want to do. So here's the thing, like I started going to CrossFit I want to say January. Yeah, it was January. Um and I liked it. I tried it a few times. I got like a 3-day pass and I tried it and I liked it. I liked the workout. I like the fact that I just go, they tell me what to do. I sweat like a monster. I mean, I'm a little sweaty right now, but that's because I took the dogs out for a walk and I haven't done that in a while. And honestly, I took them separately because I knew taking them together, they would be pulling me every which way. And they're kind of big dogs. I have a lab and a German Shepherd mix. Well, they're both mixes, but they're big dogs. So I took them separately, which is fine because I did like a shorter walk instead of the long walk that I used to take them on. Just because it's been actually since I started CrossFit, I haven't been taking them walking. Actually, a little bit before. I think in December when the rain started, I couldn't take them walking because I take them walking in this like little walking trail thing by my house. And, with rain, it gets really gross. And they fight too much with the dogs when like other dogs when we're walking neighborhoods. So I stopped, which I should have just taken them through the neighborhoods. There's not that many dogs for them to fight with. I don't know. Anyways, so I started this CrossFit journey and I liked it. I did like the CrossFit. I liked the fact that you just go, they tell you what to do, you work it out, like there's no thinking involved. And I mean, they're kind of thinking because you're counting. Which, not gonna lie, there's a few times where I was like focusing on what I was doing wrong, or they'd be like, "Hey, you're doing this wrong," and it would like throw me off, and then I'd be like, "Shit, what number was I on?" But yeah, so I don't know. Like I liked it, but it's not like in February. I don't know. Like with the whole thing in February, with everything starting to come up and like I'm gonna get a little woo woo with this, but like when everything started to come up with like, what is my life path? Like, what do I want to do? Like, where do I want to go in life? Where do I see myself going? You know what I mean? Like, am I following the path that I want? Am I resonating with who I want to be, with who I want to, I don't want to say perceive, but show to the world? Like, I mean, I like CrossFit. Don't get me wrong. It's cool. You go in, you sweat an hour, they have bonus if you want to stay longer. But I'm not a big like fitness junkie and I don't I mean that with lots of love. But like I'm not that kind of fitness person that like I want to be jumping and I want to be running around and I want to like I mean, it's cool to do a little cardio and stuff like that, like, I don't mind, and honestly, I think that's why I hadn't been taking the dogs because I was getting all this cardio from working out that I'm like, "I don't wanna do any more cardio. I don't wanna walk the dogs. I'm too tired. My legs hurt." Like, it was depleting in a different way that I didn't understand, and I liked it because I felt that my body likes the workout, like, my body likes the workout. Like, I did, like, I've had fitness journeys before, um, where it was fun, like, you do what you gotta do, like, it's not bad, you know? The only thing is I hadn't done CrossFit, like, I hadn't done a lot of cardio-based fitness. My fitness was more weightlifting, which I love. It's you know what I mean? Because with the weightlifting okay, so back to my point. I'll get there right now, cause like, that's kind of why I'm here. So, I'm doing the CrossFit and, like, at the beginning or the end of last month, beginning of this month, um, my husband had to not or I mean, he's working out of town because he has, like, his job, that's just how it is. Sometimes he has to work out of town, but at the same time, like, with him getting this, like, out of nowhere and me already having, like, this, like, "Oh, do I still wanna do CrossFit?" Because at one point, like, I liked it. I liked how I felt doing it. I liked how I felt after I did it, like, I pushed myself to do it, but it just wasn't bringing me joy, and I know that sounds crazy, and it's like, "Oh, like, your stuff." No, like, it wasn't bringing me the joy that I got from when I was doing weightlifting. So it wasn't it was nice. I liked it. I liked the workout. I liked the sweat. I like the not having to think what I'm gonna do, not having to plan workouts, like, I love that part, but it wasn't fulfilling me. Like, I didn't feel like I felt like, "Okay, cool, like, I worked out," but I didn't like, the workouts that I loved and that I became obsessed with were the times where I was weightlifting, and weightlifting to me, I got out of my head. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't plan it because at the time I was getting, I had a personal trainer basically, like, my cousin was doing me a favor and, like, he was helping me out because it was also too when I was having, like, really bad mental health issues, like, I was just, like, depression and, like, anxieties and stuff like that, so, doing the weightlifting, I was just solely focused on the weight, you know what I mean? Getting the position and the movement properly and slow and contractual and this is gonna sound super weird, but it's just where my head went right now, but it was like a loving, intimate relationship with weightlifting, like, I loved seeing myself, like, it sounds weird, and I'm not trying to sound, like, into myself and, like, um, self-centered or anything like that, but I loved going in front sorry, my necklace is things backwards and it gets on my nerves and it's like that. It's just I don't know, pet peeves. But yeah, like, it's just looking at myself in the mirror while I'm, like, pumping these freaking heavy weights or, like you know what I mean? Like, it's just it was different, like, or you're on the cable machines and you're, like, rowing and you're, like, you see that weight just move and you're like, "I'm doing that." You know what I mean? Like, you're so in your body, like, I don't know how to describe this without it seeming, like, dirty, like, I'm not trying to make it seem dirty or, like, anything like that, but it's just I loved that I felt in my body, like, I felt like I'm working out, but I could feel the release. I could feel the my mind clearing. I can feel my body just releasing tension. Even though in a way, I'm putting more pressure and tension on my body, I was releasing. Like, it was like a give and t like, I was transmuting. That's what it is. I was transmuting 944 when I said that. So 44, you guys know that's my number. So that's what it was. Like, I was transmuting the energy that I was getting from working out with the energy that I needed to release. Like it transmuted all that negative energy and stuck energy, and it allowed me and my body to become one. Like just like I don't I, this is as good as I'm gonna explain it because I don't know how to explain it any other way. Like I don't. So I started doing the CrossFit, like at the end of February, beginning of March. I felt the disconnect. I felt like, okay, I'm coming. Okay, don't be nasty. I'm coming to the classes. I'm doing the workouts. I'm getting my sweat on. I'm feeling amazing. I'm coming home. I'm glowing because I can feel that I feel good. But it's one of those things where you're like, it's almost perfect. It's almost perfect. Like something's missing. It's almost perfect. Like I don't know. I mean, I know now because I really sat with myself. And then right now when I was taking the dogs out, I was reading, I wrote the name down because since I record on my phone, I can look it up. But I started, and when I say read, I mean audiobook. I know some people don't count as read, but I do because I'm like, I can't read and walk. But I started listening to Nature of Manifestation by Dominic Creed on Spotify. And it's actually funny, quick side note or quick story for that, but I had seen someone post on somebody's video where they were talking about manifestation. They talked about a book called, Nature of Manifestation, but it was written by somebody else. It was a different book. Like, they even showed the book and, like, blah, 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 like, "This is the book, like, read this book." And I don't know why, like, when I went on Spotify, like, they didn't have it on there because they only had it, I guess, like, on the other, like, Kindle and, like, the audiobook and stuff like that. But I was like, "Okay," but I found this one, and I was like, "You know what? I'm still gonna give it a try." Like, maybe there was a reason, like, you know 12:22, hello. Yes, there is a reason, new start. So, like, yeah, so I started listening to that. I was listening to that on the walk. And I don't know. So Tuesday, or not Tuesday, at the beginning of the month, I decided, you know what? The CrossFit class just isn't for me. Like it's not fulfilling me in the way that I want or need. And it's fine. And not everything's for everybody. Like I said, I'm not for everybody. E- Everything is not for everybody, and nobody is for everybody. You know what I mean? Like it's just some things are meant to click, some things are not meant to click. And this just I liked the CrossFit. I liked getting back into working out. I liked the community. Oh my god, the people there amazing. So nice. 1313 as I said that because yes, it is true. They are so nice. They are so inviting, so like, they barely knew me, and they were like, "Good job, girl." Like, I was like, "Thank you." Like, it was amazing, and then there's even, like, couples that go there, like, married couples that go and work out, which is honestly a dream of mine, but I know realistically, the way that me and my husband's, like, schedules work, like, that's just not I like working out in the morning. He goes to work early in the morning, so it's just not compatible for us to do that. But I like the idea of it, like, we were doing walks, which I think maybe we'll start doing weekend walks together, just because I think we need that. Because I loved doing that with him. Like I said, we just hadn't ugh, haven't done it in a few months. But yeah, so back to that. So beginning of the month, I'm like, okay, I don't know if I want to do CrossFit. It's not fulfilling me. It's not making me feel how I want to feel. Um, it's not giving me everything that I'm expecting of the workout, which is crazy because you're like, well, what do you expect? You're working out, you're sweating. No, but like I said, like I really wanted to feel connected to it. And I know I've done it before because I've worked out before and that's how I felt. Like I felt connected to it. I felt amazing. I felt just wonderful. You know what I mean? So They do also have, like, different courses, like, they have a juicy class that's only on Sunday mornings, which, hmm, it is weightlifting, which I liked, so I liked doing that class, or I like doing that class. I don't mind going to that class. But then I wanted something similar, and the closest they had to that was Olympic weightlifting, which is mostly Olympic bar weightlifting. Like, that's what you're practicing, like different types of bar weightlifting. You know what I mean? Like, it's just think strongman competition type, you know, like those muscle mommies. Like, I don't know. Um, like that. It was bar weightlifting, you know. It's not really um it's tailored for that. So, like, all the workouts, all the warm-ups, all that is for that type of working out, like, it's just that type of weightlifting, which is fine. It's nice, I liked it. I switched or I tried that class because, like, at the end of last month, I was like, "I don't know if I wanna do CrossFit. I think I'm just gonna cancel the membership and find either a different place or I'm gonna have to maybe just try a different program, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really wanna do at-home ones, only because, it's so easy to be like, "I'm not working out today." Excuse me, confirmation burp. Because yes, yes, spirit knows that I don't like working out when I'm home. I've tried it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have done good. Like, I don't mind doing yoga at home only because, sometimes TMI, but, like, the gases be flowing and I'm glad I'm at home. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it, if you know, you know. Like, I don't know. Fixing my stomach and working out sometimes they don't go hand in hand. Um, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so I did the weightlifting class. Like, I went and I tried it. And you know what? I kind of got lucky because when I first was doing the CrossFit classes, I was doing like their normal because it's scheduled. I wanted to do mornings, so I was kind of trying to get used to mornings because when my husband's home, not his fault though, when my husband's home, I kind of like spending time with him, so I don't do my regular schedule, which is on me, and I'm trying to fix that. I I kinda wanna spend more time with him when he's off because he has off periods, and then he has, like, times when he's working, and it's, like, nonstop 12-hour days for, like, months, you know what I mean? So, that's just how it is. So, I have to have my schedule. I have to be on a schedule to keep myself basically in line, you know what I mean? Like, keeping myself busy, keeping myself in tune with what I wanna do, and all of that. So, again, besides the point. So, I wanted to do something different, and so I tried this Olympic class, and like I said, I got lucky because the past couple of ones that I have done, um, usually I would see people because I would do the CrossFit class right before, and they kinda have them like, back to back, so it's like 5 to 6, 6 to 7, you know? So I would do the 5 to 6, CrossFit, and then I would see, like, the people coming in for, like, the Olympic, and I'm like, "Okay, it must be good." Like, and I asked one of the coaches one time, like, "Hey, like, I'm more weightlifting, like, what," and they're like, "Well, you might like Olympic." So they had suggested that, like, pretty early on when I had started working out there. So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna give Olympic a try," and at this point, I'm like, "Okay, CrossFit just wasn't my thing, like, I didn't wanna try it." So I went to the Olympic class, and I was the only person that day. Like, I don't know why, but I was the only person that day. So it was nice because I pretty much got personal training, but, like, as included because it was technically the class, so they were gonna be there no matter what teaching the class. I was just lucky enough to be the only one there. So it was cool. It was really nice. I liked the one-on-one attention because it was really I'm Like, the type of learner I am is, like, I'm very visual. Like, I have to see it. Like, I can hear it, I can read it, but in order for me to process properly, I have to see it. Like, I'm like that with writing. Like, I can't spell a word off the top of my head because I don't see it in my head. Like, some people could spell it in their head and then say it. I cannot. Cannot. I have to see it. Like, I have to, like, write it down and be like, "You want a what?" Like, there's certain words, like, I kinda push myself and taught myself to, like, spell in my head, but there's other words where I'm like, "That doesn't sound right," or "That doesn't make sense." And I kinda think, honestly, I'm a little dyslexic because there's times where I'm, like, reading something and either I mix the words up and it still makes sense, like, it's still a coherent sentence, but I'll be mixing words and I'm like, "Wait, that's not." Like, I'll have to double check because, wait, in my head, it processed this way, but the words are this way. Anyways, I'm kinda getting off topic. I mean, I guess I'm not, because again, this is how I learn. But yeah, so I like that the last couple of classes I've taken, that's how it's been, like, I've had the coach one-on-one. Um, it does help me with my confidence because he's like, "You're doing amazing, like, I'm glad you got here, like, for doing this, like, barely starting to do this, like, this is good," and you know what I mean? He kinda bumped me up on weight pretty quickly, which was fine, like, I wasn't worried about I mean, I kinda was worried about it because I was like, "Wait, can I?" You know what I mean? But then, like, when I would do it, I would be so proud of myself. I'd be like, "Oh my god, this is what yeah, yeah, I like it. I like it." But that's the thing, like, it's only I like it. Like, it's not I love it. Like, "Oh, I can't wait to do it again." Like, "Oh, this is, something I wanna keep coming to." It just I don't know. And my classes for that are only Tuesdays and Thursdays. They're, like I said, 6 to 7 p.m., and it's just not like, when things are working a certain way, like, the way I have to organize my life is a certain way, it becomes difficult for me to be okay with having wrenches thrown in. And like I really am trying to learn to flow with life, to take things as they come, to navigate the world around me in a way that benefits me. You know what I mean? And that's why I think I try to live so structured and, I live with so many freaking alarms because I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna forget," or, "Okay, I'm gonna get stuck doing something and I'm gonna forget," or I'm not and I feel like that's the mindset I wanna come out of, like, that's the mindset I don't wanna do, and that's why, like, the working out was coming in, and that's why the working out, like, I liked it because then it's like, I'm out of my head for a little bit. But this really didn't do that for me. Like, it's not doing that for me. I'm not 100% happy in it. I I feel like it's just so inconvenient. Like, I know what I want. I know the times that it'll benefit the most for me. Like, I wanna do a class or not even a class, even if I just do, like, personal training, but I wanna do it somewhere between, like, 6 to 8. You know what I mean? Because I wanna do it early in the day to the point where I get up, I do my workout, I prioritize myself, my body, my mind, and then I let the day come. And this just taking classes ooh, sorry. Oh, it's not that dark. I should just left it. But, yeah, like, this just because the only classes or the only time they have the Olympic classes is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and in the morning, they have it at 4 a.m., which is ooh, I mean, I think 6 was as early as I wanna go. Because, like I said, when my husband's working, he's leaving at 4:15. I'm up at 3:30 making him breakfast, packing his lunch, which I love doing. So, That is my way of showing love and appreciation. I'm very much my love language is acts of service. Those that know me know that I love gifting and spending time and just doing what I can. You know what I mean? Like loving on you is my love language. Like it just that's what it is. But yeah, so 4 a.m. Olympic classes for something that I'm like, I like it, but it's not fulfilling. Like I feel more fulfilled walking my dogs or doing yoga. Like I liked the heavy lifting because, like I said, I've done weightlifting before. I like weightlifting, like feeling the heaviness of the weights and, pushing yourself and just having that sense of accomplishment. Like I said, I was getting it with the CrossFit. I'm getting it with the Olympic weightlifting. It's just not the same. It's just not the same. Um, I feel like I'm more distracted because in the CrossFit, it's not here's what it is. I want that mind body connection. Like I want to when I'm counting the reps, I want my body to be counting the reps. You know what I mean? I want my body to be in it. I want my body and not to knock the music for CrossFit, but sometimes I'm like, I want to listen to something that's going to pump me up and like they kind of just put whatever like most of the people like or just whatever they like. Cool. Everybody has preferences. But, like, there's times where I wanna be focused and I wanna listen to something that's gonna pump me up without the, like, "Ah!" You know what I mean? Like, sometimes they'll put rock music, which is cool, but it's, like, super hardcore, and I'm like, "I'm not there." Like, I'm not feeling that. You know what I mean? Like, I wanna connect to my body, and that's just adding background noise to my workout. And this is where the book comes in. So I started listening to the book. Honestly, today was literally the first full time that I've listened to like a big chunk of the book. I'm only on I think maybe chapter 2. But because it did like a whole intro thing and like blah blah blah, like the whole beginning part of the book that some people skip. I don't. I like reading it cuz, I want to know where you're coming from when I'm reading your book. But yeah, so I'm like, yeah, probably on chapter 2 or maybe 3, I don't know. I honestly I was just listening to the words and, like, listening to what it was saying and trying to get it to resonate that I didn't really pay attention to, like, oh, what chapter it's on. I just kinda zoned that part out. But yeah, like, that's where the book comes in, where it's talking about how and like I said, this is where Imma get a little woo-woo on you. It's talking about how when you're trying to manifest, when you're trying to bring things into your life, when you're trying to resonate with a different frequency that you feel aligned to but have not yet tethered yourself to. 28, 28 when I said that, crazy. Don't know what that one means. But when you're trying to do that, when you're trying to tether to this new frequency, you have to have that mind body connection because your mind is telling you we need to go, we need to do this, we need to do that, but your body's like, hey, chill, hey, let's do this, hey, oh, hey, Anubis. This is my little sphinxy cat, but he's got a lot of hair. I like having my house cold, so and he hates clothes. Anywho's in, come here, buddy. So yeah, like it's just where was I going with this? Oh yeah, mind body connection. So that's what he was saying. Like he's like if you want to manifest things like in your world, like you have to have a mind body connection. You have to be certain in who you are, what you want and what resonates. Um and it's crazy because like I said, like I'm barely maybe I'm a chapter 2, but like I'm barely scratching the surface of this, and it's already confirming what I already knew. You know, because that's like, so Tuesday, today's Thursday, I have class, but Tuesday, I couldn't, I didn't want to go. Like, I just couldn't push myself to go. And it's not because I don't like it, it's because it's not resonating. It's not fulfilling me in the way that I need it to. It's just not giving. Like, I don't know how else to say this. Like, it's not giving what I want. It's not. It's not giving me what I want. It's not fulfilling me in the ways that I want. It's not inviting me. Like, it's just, like I said, like, I've liked working out before. I like doing yoga. I've done belly dancing, which, oh my God, that was so much fun. But it's just, belly dancing is nice, but it was only once a week. And it's like, I needed more. And like, okay, I could practice at home, but it's like, practice what? Like, I kind of need direction in my life when it comes to working out, because I want someone to be like, okay, practice this a little bit. Okay, practice this a little bit. And I think there are a lot of belly dancers that I have met, because I did take a few courses and stuff like that with other belly dancers that have courses online. So I think I might do that for a bit. Um, but I also want to do the weightlifting. And then I also just want to walk the dogs. You know what I mean? Like, I have so many wants, but I know those fulfill me. I know those make me, they don't just energize me like, yay, I pumped up today. Like, yay, I did this. But it's more like, oh my God, that was beautiful. Like, that resonated with my soul. That's what it is. That's what it is. It doesn't resonate with my soul. Like, my body's like, cool, we're working out. Cool, we're doing this. Cool, we're strong. Cool, we could do it. Cool, this and that and the other. But my soul's like, yeah, but your heart's not in it. Yeah, but I'm not connected to it. Yeah, but we're just doing it. You know what I mean? Like, it's, sorry, those are my dogs. But yeah, it's just, that's what it is. It's not hitting the soul the same way it's hitting the body. Like, my body's like, cool, we're working out. I'm feeling good. I like this. But my heart, oh, sorry, I'm hungry because I didn't eat. But let me drink my protein shake. I don't know if you guys are kind of like me, where I'm like, ugh, I don't like hearing people drink and eat. Like, I don't know. Sorry, off topic, but that's why I pulled the mic away. So hopefully it wasn't too loud. But yeah, so ooh, excuse me. I'm just not. I'm just not sure this is the path I want to do anymore. Like, I like it. I could do it. It makes me feel good. I feel strong, but it's not fulfilling me. It's not. It's not calling me back, because it's not. It's like, okay, when you have a calling and you're like, okay, I feel called to do this. I feel called to go here. I feel called. I feel called. I feel called. Like, I'm getting yelled at, and this is this is what I should be doing. No, like, it's not. Like, I feel like it's yelling at me, cuz it's like, hurry up and do it. But at the same time, it's giving me more anxiety than it's giving me peace. That's what it is. Peace. I don't know. It's so many things. Peace, confirmation, ability, mm, quiet contemplation. Like, that was the other thing. When you're doing weightlifting, like, you're counting, you're focusing on the body, you're focusing on the muscle to make sure that that's the muscle you're working out. If you want to work out shoulders, then when you're doing the movement, make sure the shoulders are the ones that are moving. Make sure the shoulders are the ones where you feel the tension in. Make sure those muscle groups that you are working out are the ones that are working out. Like, it's crazy to think that you can work out and it's like, I feel it over here and it's supposed to be this workout. Like, that's wrong. You're not connecting to the body. And I kind of feel like that's what CrossFit was doing, is that because I was so it's so go, go, go. Like, "Oh, you have 10 minutes to do as many reps as you can." Like, you have, and there's like 4 different things you gotta do, like they're like circuits. And it's like, that wasn't working for me. Because I go, 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 you're bringing up my anxiety. Because at that point, I'm not focusing on the working out. I'm focusing on the how many can I get done? How fast can I do this? I'm not connecting. I'm not connecting to my body. I'm not connecting to the parts of my mind I'm trying to clear. Like I said, physically, I felt amazing. Physically, I felt amazing. But mentally, I was a little more stressed. And then I think too, the fact that because I liked it, because I told, because I went with my cousin and I told her I liked it, which I did. I did. I wasn't lying, but I didn't give it time to fully settle before I decided. You know what I mean? I'm like, "Oh, I like it. I'm gonna sign up." You know what I mean? Like, that was kind of, I went to one class and I was like, "Oh, I'm definitely signing up." And then I went to the second class and I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is definitely like what I wanna do." And like, it just like, that's kinda how it kept going. And then at a certain point, it was like everybody's like, "Yeah, you should do it. Like, keep going. Like, don't stop. Like, just do it. Like, do it even if you don't like it." And it's like, "No." Now I'm like, "No." Because it's not that I don't like it, it's that it doesn't resonate. It doesn't make me feel the things that I want to feel. Does it make my body feel cool? Yeah. But like I said, the whole go, 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 rush, 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 how many reps, how many things. Anubis, please stop making a mess. Like, that didn't, that wasn't working for me. That was like bringing me more anxiety, if I'm honest. Like, I was just stressing out more because I was like, oh my God, I got to get ready. And then the fact that it's, like I said, like they have the evening classes, and that's where I started because I wasn't, and I'm still not comfortable going back to a morning schedule because I feel like I threw myself off. My husband's very much a night owl, and so am I. So we're not really early birds, even though he works super early and everything. And then I have to start getting up early, but we're just not early bird people, which I'm trying to change. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to say I'm not an early bird. I'm just not used to being an early bird anymore. 'Cause there were times, like I said, that I've done it and I could do the morning. I loved doing the morning. It's a lot easier for me to start my day running and jumping and doing the things. But like I said, CrossFit just wasn't it. I like it. I could do it. I mean, still got the rest of this month that I paid for, so I'll probably just finish this month out. But then after this, I'm not. I need to find something else. I need to go buy. Ugh, Mercury retrograde is so tethering my tongue down. But no, I need to go back to what fulfills me. I need to go back to not just the working out, but the feeling fulfilled. Because I feel like because I was so gung ho in the beginning with this CrossFit thing, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. And I started to realize it wasn't giving me what I wanted. I started to kind of not resent it, but just not want to go. Not because it was hard, which I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's because it gets hard. And oh, you don't want to come because you're like, but it's not that. It wasn't that for me. It was that it's not resonating in the way that I want. It's not the workout I want to do. It's not the same thing to connect to my body, because for someone that has anxiety like me, because I've always had anxiety, I've always had, um, like people pleasing tendencies. I kind of feel like those two gathered up, those two like teamed up, and they're like, hey, we got something for you. And this was it. But I think it's more, like I said, again, I'm going to get a little woo woo with this, but I think it was more of a test, because I feel like we're always being tested in life. And I always feel like authenticity and being your absolute true self is what we have to come through with this. You know what I mean? So I feel like this was testing me, because I do want to work out. I do want to get healthy. I need to, because there's a lot of what is it, hereditary, issues that come up, and I want to be physically healthy so I don't have those issues. Or so if I do, I can battle them better than family has, So this is kind of where I'm at right now. But this just isn't it. And I don't know, I wanted to come out on here and I wanted to talk about this, because I kind of feel like if there are other people like me that have that people pleasing tendency while also having really bad anxiety, like that's a horrible combo. Like that's a horrible combo, because one, you're trying to make everybody happy, and like everybody saw how excited I was and how, I guess, just proud of myself and stuff like that, that I was with doing the CrossFit and how much I liked it, that they're like, this is what you should do. And then so my people pleasing came in and I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. Ugh, I should like turn off all these freaking. But yeah, so it was like a double-edged sword, because I feel like, okay, like I like the workout, but I don't love it. And it's just something that I gotta just work through, I guess. You know what I mean? And I don't mean like I'm gonna push myself to keep going to these classes and stuff like that, even though they don't fulfill me. But it's just more like I have to start doing the things that actually fulfill me. Walking my dog, oh my God. I took both of them separately, like I said, because they haven't been on walks in a while, and I feel so bad for that. Especially because my kids love walking them, even though they don't handle them. I have to, big old dogs. But it fulfilled me a lot more listening to the audiobook, even though they say, oh, it's bad, don't listen to, stuff when you're doing this. I think music is different. I wouldn't listen to music on the walks, only because I think the music if I'm working out. You know what I mean? Because then I'm not listening for the outside world. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm not going to put them on noise canceling or anything like that, even if I'm working out at home. Um, but I think music is more like if you need the pump, if you need to be like motivated. Like I don't know, I kind of feel like music for me motivates me. Like right now I've been really into manifestation music. Um I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I started listening to Shift into Abundance on Spotify. Their song that I got introduced to first was Checked In. It's called Checked In, um, by Shift to Abundance. Um, yeah. So I started with that one, and then I just kind of went on their page thing and started listening to all their songs. Oh my God, so many good ones. So many good ones. Yeah, I forgot where I was going with this. But yeah. So that's what it was. So the music. So the music motivates me, but like not for my walks, because I kind of feel like the walk. See, 444, as I said that, like not for the walks. Like that's yeah. Um. Yeah. So the music I don't like listening to when I'm on my walks, which is fine. And like I said, like a lot of people are like for safety reasons, like don't be having your earbuds and like music and blah blah blah. And so that's why I kind of feel like the audiobook, I don't wear both earbuds. I wear one, you know. Um I'm like listening to the surroundings too. Like I have it completely open. And like audiobooks, it's not, I don't want to say they're like all monotone, but they're just not invigorating, they're not distracting. Excuse me, confirmation burp. They're not distracting in the same manner. Um, they're very much like slow, bringing yourself back to the, again, I think this, oh, excuse me, confirmation burp. It's bringing me back to the body. Like that's what I was going to say. It's bringing me back to the body. It's bringing me back to enjoying the walk. You know what I mean? And I think because I'm listening to the audiobook, because normally when we would go, me and my husband would go on our walks, like we wouldn't talk or anything like that. We would just, it would kind of just be I mean, every now and then we'll be like, oh, look at that. Oh, that's interesting. You know what I mean? But that was kind of it. We didn't chit chat. We didn't, it was just enjoying the walk, enjoying nature, and enjoying the sounds that were around us. No distractions, no crazy stuff. Like, I don't know. So it's good that I don't listen to music. Cause yeah, like especially by myself, like I was a little nervous because I've always been really nervous to go out by myself, only because like I said, there's a lot of trauma in my past and some of it was because I was alone. So I think that's why I have that little, or I don't wanna say have that because I feel like I'm working through it, so it's dissipating now, but I think that's where I had that issue come from, where so many bad things happened to me because I was alone. I don't like doing things alone, like, it's just so long to be alone, and you hear all these horror stories, which another thing I'm cutting, news. How did I get on this topic? Oh, 'cause we were talking about wanting to do things we want to do. And so, yeah, so my point of all this is that, like, working out is beneficial. Working out is something everyone should do because it's just healthier for the body. You need to connect and you need to fortify your vessel in order to open up your mind to the cosmos, to what's outside of this material world. Like this body belongs to the material world, but your heart and your mind and your intuition and everything else inside of you, and I don't mean your guts, everything inside of you, all the stardust, all the, your soul, all of that stuff is connected to the cosmos. And in order for both of those to be balanced, I feel like like if you like something, you have to like it with your whole self. You have to love it with your whole self or else you're never going to be happy. Like you're going to go through life doing things because it's what everybody does. And I think that's the other thing too is that I'm learning now, and it's not just the workout stuff, but it's just life in general, is that I want to do the things that make me happy. Like I get that's what everybody fucking does. Like, sorry, that's what everybody does. But I don't want to do that. Like, I get that's what everybody does, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it that way. I don't want to be, I don't want to be put into the mold of like, this is what everybody does. Clap, clap, go in there. No, I, I, I even started this channel, honestly, like I said in the other video, if you haven't watched it, I mean, you could go back. I don't really touch too much on it, to be honest. I could kind of do it here a little bit here too. But like the whole reason I started this channel is because I've been watching other creators talking about their life circumstances and, path and, how what they're going through, and I resonate with it. And I kind of feel like I resonate with theirs. Why can't, like, or why wouldn't people resonate with mine? Like, why can't I do it? You know what I mean? And I've tried it. I Like I said, I did mention that in the other video. Like, I've tried making videos. I've tried, like I tried being one of those people when I was really into the like weightlifting thing, and like, but I was working out at home, and to kind of keep me on track and like make me what is that? I can't think of the word. But to keep me accountable for working out. You know what I mean? Like, I was posting every day my workouts and stuff like that. And then, like I said, I tried doing tarot reading for a little bit too, and tarot and oracle. I was just doing like daily pulls, nothing crazy. But it's just like none of that resonated. Like, I knew I needed to be online. I knew I needed to create content, and honestly, I need to journal more and write this book that I keep saying I'm going to do, because I know a few people that I've talked to, a few people that know a lot of my history, or not even a lot. I'll be honest, I don't think anybody knows a lot of my history. They know big chunks, but not a lot. Um, Besides the point. They've told me, like, speaking about your experiences, speaking about the strength you had to get over, or I don't want to say get over, because that's the thing too, is that I always see like, oh, like, help you get over, or help you work through, or help you. And the thing is, it's like, I don't think you get over it, and I don't think you work through it. I think it's more, and I kind of feel like this is why it's like woo woo too, is because it's like integrating the shadow, because the shadow are all those painful things, those hurtful things, those bad things, like the bad thing that happened to you and the bad things that you did. Like, all that is your shadow. All that is all the bad things, you know, that are part of you. So it's integrating that shadow to be like, this is what I did in the past. I will no longer be doing that, because it's not something that resonates with me now. That's not the person I am anymore. That's not the person I want to be anymore. Like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's just so many. Oh my God, sorry, distracted. Saw a white butterfly. Haven't seen one of those in so long. But yeah, so again, like, I started this channel and I started posting again because I wanted to just be honest with myself and with everybody around me. Or not everybody around me, but I wanted to be honest with myself and help those that I can. Because that's the thing. Like, in 2020, like literally at the beginning of 2020, I decided I wanted to be a medical assistant. I hate people. Like, okay, I can't say I hate people. I dislike spending time with people that do not resonate and that I feel are energy vampires. That sounds crazy, but that's my reality. Like, I just don't. I don't. And I kind of feel like in the medical field, I understand you're sick. I understand you're here for a reason. I understand, but no freaking amount of anything gives you the right to be a jerk. I'm sorry. I can't. Like, I wanted to help people. That's the reason I went into medical assisting. I want to help people. I want to help people get better. I want to help people be the best them. I want to, girl, look at yourself and help yourself first. Like, charity starts at home. Like, help yourself first. But no, like, that's why I went to school for medical assisting. I did my first internship. Not only did I not like the people, like the I don't want to say customers, but I mean, yeah, customers, because it was a dermatology office and a lot of it's elective, not really necessary type stuff. But like, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And the facility I worked at, I just kind of felt like it was just all over the place, and I had this horrible experience there that, I mean, maybe I'll get into it in a different video, but I just had an experience there where it just like, ugh, why are people the way they are? Like, why are people like this? You know, like it rubbed me the wrong way. And at first, I kind of blamed myself because I was like, oh, well, I didn't do this the way that they're supposed to. But then again, okay, like it was a lot. I don't even want to think about it, to be honest, because it makes me angry and sad at the same time because it wasn't exactly my fault. Because for one, I was still technically an intern, and yet we were shorthanded, and I had to do the things on my own, and I wasn't ready. Because shadowing a person is one thing, but actually they should have had me do the things by myself and them make sure I was doing it properly before letting me just 555 as I said that. Like they should have done that. They should have let they should have let me follow them for a bit, and then once I got comfortable, then they follow me, as just like to make sure I was doing things properly and how they were supposed to be done, and then let me go on my own. Like me shadowing you and then you letting me go on my own are two different paths. Like I said, like the way I learn like it's like okay, I learned it because I saw it because I kind of practiced it, but then practicing and actually doing it, two different things. So that's where that went wrong, and there was like an issue that popped up because of that, because I wasn't confident in what I was doing. I hadn't learned how to do certain things yet. So one of the patients came in for something, and when I checked them in and I was talking to them, they didn't mention what it was for, even though I saw the note, and I was like, okay, maybe they'll say something. And then I can be like, okay, like this is why you're here, right? Like for this. But so whatever, the patient came in for something, and for I don't honestly I don't remember what. But they came in for like a follow-up for something. And I was like, okay, like it said follow up and then it said this, but it didn't have any other notes. I didn't know where to look for the rest of the note that would go with that. No one put like who wrote it in. Like it doesn't show who wrote that in. So I couldn't be like, hey, you wrote this in. What does that mean? And the fact that the patient didn't even acknowledge that that's what they were for, like in for, like it caused issues. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm kind of stuck. And since we were swamped and it was just me and one of the other girls, I tried to ask her for help, but she, not any fault of hers. She was just so swamped and we were behind because I was so slow and not ready, that I kind of just, like, she said, look, if you can't find the notes, if you can't, like, I don't know what to tell you, like, just, you know, um, because she even helped me at one point to try to see, like, honestly, I don't remember what it was that the patient needed, but whatever. She helped. She was trying to help look for it too, and we just couldn't find it. Like we couldn't look because it didn't show where the notes were. We didn't realize till after that, because after the doctor met with the patient and I was in there at the end of the visit, then the patient's like, "Oh yeah, and then they told me I'm supposed to be here for this." And I was like, "Yeah, but you didn't mention it." And like the doctor had already walked out, and I was like, "Okay, let me go see if the doctor can come back and whatever." So there's like a whole thing. So I told the doctor went back. The client was in the room, and like we did whatever we had to do, but then I got yelled at by the lab. I think it was like a biopsy. I got yelled at by the lab tech because she's like, well, how did you not do? And I'm like, girl, this is my first day but the thing is that it was so unprofessional because instead of pulling me aside and be like, "Hey, what happened?" Like, "Hey, what was this?" Like, "What?" And I was like, "Look, I did the best I could. I didn't know where your notes were. I didn't know what thing you were talking about. You didn't put any specifics in here. You just said coming back for biopsy. I didn't know where to look. I tried looking. I'm like, the other girl tried looking. I'm like, and they basically told me that sometimes, there'll be mistakes and it'll say, because it'll, instead of making a new scheduled appointment, they just reschedule that one. So sometimes the notes from that first appointment get into the new reschedule. So I was like, okay, maybe it was just that. I was explaining this to her. I kid you not, because it's like it was, how most offices are. Like it has the front entrance and then you walk in, it's like a hallway with all the rooms. Well, the lab was usually right there in the like right when you walk in, the first door in front of you is the lab, and then you go that way for lunch room and then this way for all the offices, for all the patient rooms. So as I'm standing there and I'm like bringing the client back and I'm explaining to him, like she overhears it and starts yelling at me like I'm a child, yelling at me. Oh, I wasn't supposed to do the whole story. And honestly, it just pisses me off because it's like it was just so unprofessional and it made me realize that I hated people. Or at least I hated people like that because she didn't try to understand what happened. She didn't try to like explain like, "Oh my god," or you know what I mean? Like she took no responsibility for the part she played, which is like, okay, you write the note like clients coming back for this, but then you don't specify note on this, for this biopsy on this spot or anything. Like there was no fucking way I was going to know, sorry. There's no way I was going to know. No way. And like I said, I wasn't ready. It was my first day being on my own. And thank goodness it was my last internship day. Thank goodness, because I don't think I could have done it again. Like it's just after that, and then so yeah, so I had that interaction, and it was just so unprofessional. She ruined the rest of the day, which thank goodness it wasn't like it had already been after lunch or whatever, and I was just like kind of so over it. Um, but yeah, like that was just so unprofessional. Like she had already been, since I had started, like very rude, so I kind of already had like this whole like thing with her. But then like after that, like I was just like no. And the thing that pissed me off the most about that place is that um because one of the other girls that work there, she was also from the same school. Like she got hired right away after the internship, but they had told her from the very beginning that she was gonna, that they were looking for someone. They told me from the very beginning they just needed help because one of their girls was on maternity leave. So I hated that they didn't have me there in the internship because they needed people, or that's why they had me there, is because they needed people, not because they were hiring. Which is kind of, I mean, whatever. I needed the experience, so that's how I'm gonna take it. Like I needed the experience, and I don't think it was just like that. The experience of working as a medical assistant. I think it was the experience of the people. I honestly think that's what the most, like the biggest part of that experience was, is working with the people, because then it really opened my mind to like, this isn't what I want to do. Like I want to help people, but this isn't, I don't want to work here. And I'm glad they didn't hire me there, but it pissed me off because they told my school that they had offered me the job and I declined it, which is BS, because they never offered me a job. They had told me from the very beginning that they weren't looking, that they had a girl on maternity leave. And so they needed a hand, while she was on maternity leave. So they knew from the very beginning. And I don't know, I just felt really disconnected. And like I said, from the very beginning with these people. And I really tried. And I think that's again the problem with my people pleasing. Like I really try to be nice and like friendly with these people. But then I realized like these people don't care. These people don't care. Like they were so self-absorbed and like only cared about certain things. And honestly, at the end of the day, I'm so glad I didn't stay there. I'm so glad I didn't find a job there because I think I would have quit. Like I honestly think I would have just left because it's like the people were just so rude and it was just so overwhelming. And honestly, I rather do paperwork. Paperwork is my life. I like paper. Paper don't talk back. Paper don't yell at you. So anyways, I went back and got my bachelor's in freaking healthcare management. So, yeah. Do I do that? Nope. Because again, I don't like people. But it's just like I said, I think it's just in that environment, that's just not what I want to do. That's just not the type of people I want to deal with. That's not the people I want to be around. Ugh, sorry, this video is so long. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of blabbing now, explaining too much stuff. But yeah, it's just like I said, I need to start in my life, just in my life, whether it's working out, career-wise, anything like that. Like I'm doing what resonates with me. I'm doing what brings me joy. I'm doing what makes me happy in the most profound way that it's not just me in my mind like, good job, you did it. No, it's my soul telling me this. This is where you're supposed to be. And I kind of feel like this is it now. Like I kind of feel like when I come on here, I just start talking. And the thing is that my first videos, you could definitely tell that I didn't know what to do or to talk about or to go or to this or to that. And it's fine. It's fine. I'm learning to be okay with not knowing. And I kind of realized watching some of the videos that I saw that I was well, some of the videos that I was watching yesterday, I saw that some of the creators go on here as well and have topics in mind or they have like a message they want to share. And sometimes it does go a little awry. And you know what? It's sometimes in that crazy awry like message, like the impromptu not thinking mini stories they add or like the way they humanize their experience into a lived experience with ugh, I can't think of the word now. Um, what is that word? I can't think of the word, but like when you're living the experience, when you're living your authenticity and stuff like that, like just the stories that come up, like mine right now. You know what I mean? Like that's just it's I said it because it validated, not validated. I don't want to use validated because it explained where my mind path is. You know what I mean? Where it's like I feel certain ways about certain things because of my certain experiences. But then I'm trying not to live in the fear of like, oh, it's always going to be like that. Because I know it's not. I know it's not always going to be like that. I know that things are going to be different in different places. I know that the feeling's going to be different around different people, that opportunities are going to be different in every aspect of that word. You know, like my life's going to be different. You know, because I'm choosing myself. I'm choosing me. I'm choosing who I want to be. I'm choosing who I authentically am. Like right now I'm all sweaty and well, I'm not sweaty anymore because it's been like an hour that I've been chilling, but like I like just not caring. Like this is I like this. I like this new normal of me just like listen to me yap. Agree, don't agree. It doesn't matter to me. Like it just I didn't mean for that to rhyme. But yeah, it just doesn't matter to me. Like if I resonate with you, cool. If you want to hear me yapping and talking and telling you my day, cool. We could be friends. But I'm not going to be little anymore. I'm not going to let other people and problems and things that aren't resonating hold me down anymore. Yeah. I mean, it's scary. Like, I don't know where this is going. I don't know how it's gonna go. Like, I don't. But I have faith that it's gonna reach the people it needs to reach because I hear that every time I turn on videos. Like, this'll reach everybody it's supposed to reach. This'll reach anybody that needs to hear it. And it's true, you do. You run into the things, especially when I don't wanna say when you're looking, but when you feel like, "I should check that." Like, "I should see if so and so posted today." Like, "I should take that walk, take that detour." Have you guys had that where you're, like, driving and you're like, "I'm gonna take this detour. I wanna go this way this time." And then you do it and you're like, that it either takes you like, especially if you're driving, like, it takes you to a part of, depending if you're in your town or in a different town, like, it takes you to an area that you would have never encountered had you not taken that path, had you not felt the need to detour. And, that's crazy that I'm saying that because I have to take a detour for the next few days to take my kids to school because the street that I normally go on because I like taking the light, and there's only one light out of my well, technically 2 lights, but there's one light out of my neighborhood that leads to the kids' school, and they are now fixing it, which sucks. Because if you live in California, you know that here road work takes forever. Like, they take their time. So, bah, angering. But yeah, so when I was driving them because I had seen the signs that they were gonna start, blah, 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 but they always do that, like, a week or 2 before they even start. But this time, within a week, they put up the signs last end of last week, today they started, So, you're driving down the road, there's these huge trucks everywhere, so it's, like, very hard to get by. It's a very high traffic road because, like I said, that's the only street that has a light at the end to hit the main street, and honestly, the way people drive around here, like, I don't like hitting or coming out of the other ways because I just kind of feel like there's a little bit of a blind spot on one side. So I always hesitate and I'm always worried. And if I go down one of the other roads, the blind spot's on the other side. Like, it's just like the light's the easiest because it makes me feel the most comfortable. But I think that's what this is telling me is that I need to not be just in my comfort and I need to go different routes. I need to expand myself. And that's how I'm taking it. But yeah, so it's just crazy that I said that sometimes the detour takes you to places you don't think about. And I think maybe not the street one, but just that's what that's giving me is that like this is getting a little too crowded. This is getting a little too comfortable. That's what it is. I'm too comfortable in this. Like, it's not neither one of those streets is out of my way. The one with the light and the one without, they're not out of the way. They're literally the same distance. They're takes me to the same destination. It's just one is more comfortable because there's the light, so I don't have to wait to try to cross through the traffic. I just the traffic stops for me and I go. Yeah, like I gotta get it out of my comfort zone. And I think that's also why that's coming up right now too is because that's what my workouts are. Like I liked going to CrossFit because it was comfortable. They told me what to do, they told me where to go. They blah blah blah. It's comfortable because it's the steps. They're telling you, they're telling you, they're telling you. Olympic, same thing. A little different, a little different. A little more mind body connection, but I guess but again, not fulfilling because it's the steps. This is what you do. This is how you do it. This is what you get out of it. This is what we're building to. But it's just, same thing. Ugh, confirmation burp. Yeah, that's what you're trying to say. That's what Spirit's trying to say. That's why I can't connect with this. That's why I'm not, because I'm in my comfortability. Like I liked it because it's comfortable, because it's easy, because it's stepped, because it's there in front of you, laid out, telling you, here you go. But I don't want to live like that. That's not that's not what makes me happy. You know what's the best thing? Spur of the moment shit. Sorry, but yeah. So anyways, I think I've yapped enough. And honestly, I kind of just feel like mentally, and I don't know what else to say. I kind of feel like that brought me full circle, you know, from the working out to like why things just don't fit is because when it's all laid out in front of you and it makes it so easy, but in a way that it's comfortable. My stomach's growling if you guys can hear that. But it makes you so comfortable that you don't want to change. You don't want to move from what makes you comfortable because it's easy. And I think that's why don't I don't want to do the workouts. I mean, they're not comfortable in the slightest, like in that way. But it's all handed to you perfectly neat and in a bow and blah, blah, blah. And that's not what I want in my life. I want that detour. The little white butterfly is back. All right, I'm going to end it there because it's clearly she's telling me, let's go. Let's move. Let's move on. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And if honestly, for reals, if you've stayed this long with me, like over an hour, over an hour, 117. But yeah, if you've been with me this long, if you listen to me yapping, yapping, yap, if it resonates, I hope it does. If it doesn't, maybe there's some nuggets of wisdom in my yapping that did. And if it didn't, I'm still glad that you listened, you know? So drop a heart or a comment or like, subscribe if you want. But yeah, this is me. This is this is who I am. And this is just my nuggets of wisdom or rambling. Nuggets of rambling. But yeah, thanks for staying with me. Hope you have a great, great rest of your day. I love you all. Bye.